Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? I apologize to you, the people, for my recent absence from YouTube. I do want to thank all of you, the people, for being concerned and reaching out to make sure I was okay. Everything is fine, and I just needed to take a break for a while. But during my absence, I still visited my own personal adult playground on occasion to find the highest quality, highly processed foods to try for you, the people, so you don't have to. During my last visit, I picked up a couple of the Eat to Live products that are simply called Eat, which I've tried a couple of their products before, and if you want to see those reviews, there's a link in the top right hand corner. The ones I found this time were the Eat Bites Buffalo Style Chicken Snackers and the Eat Side Dishes Mashed Potatoes and Gravy. Both Eat to Live products only cost $1 because if you didn't know it already, everything at the Dollar Tree only costs $1 or less. So let's go over the Buffalo Style Chicken Snackers first, which are made with white chicken, as opposed to black chicken. But all jokes aside, there really is a rare breed of chickens that are all black from the skin and feathers to the bones, organs, and meat. But there's also a breed of chickens that's white on the outside with black meat and bones on the inside called Silkies. So I know what you're asking. What does this have to do with the Buffalo Style Chicken Snackers? And the simple answer is absolutely nothing. I just thought it was interesting, and maybe you, the people, would find it interesting too. Real food made by real people, as opposed to fake food made by fake people. Alright guys, give me a break. I've been gone for a while, and I have a whole lot of built-up corny humor and bad dad jokes that I just need to get out. So please bear with my elementary attempts at humor. So here's the ingredient list for the Buffalo Style Chicken Snackers. The whole box of Buffalo Style Chicken Snackers has 270 calories, 11 grams of total fat, 2.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 650 milligrams of sodium, 33 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugars, and 11 grams of protein. So let's open up the box and see what awaits us. And they pretty much look like pizza bites. Even though that's not what they're called, I think that's what they're supposed to be. And you get 16 of them for $1. So unless they really suck, they might be a good bargain. Now you can heat these in the microwave or you can cook them in the oven. And I didn't think there was any way they were going to turn out good in the microwave, so we did them in the oven. So they went onto a cookie sheet and then into a preheated 425 degree oven for 9 to 10 minutes. While our Buffalo Style Chicken Snackers are baking in the oven, let's check out the Eat Side Dishes Mashed Potatoes and Gravy. Now mashed potatoes and gravy isn't something I ever recall seeing in the frozen food aisle unless it's part of a frozen dinner. Again, but with a picture of different ingredients, they let you know it's real food made by real people. But I won't bore you guys again with any corny pictures of fake food and fake people. Here's the ingredient list of the mashed potatoes and gravy. For the whole container of the mashed potatoes and gravy, there's 230 calories, 6 grams of total fat, 3 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 10 milligrams of cholesterol, 960 milligrams of sodium, 39 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugars, and 5 grams of protein. You can only cook these mashed potatoes and gravy in the microwave, and the directions say to vent the corner of the box and to microwave on high for 3.5 minutes. After 3.5 minutes, open the lid and stir the mashed potatoes and gravy separately. And I'm not sure why Mrs. Wolfpit didn't stir the potatoes, but her and I are going to have to sit down and talk about the mishap. Once everything's mixed up, or in this case partially mixed up, the mashed potatoes and gravy go back into the microwave for 2.5 to 3 minutes. While the mashed potatoes and gravy are finishing up in the microwave, our Buffalo Style Chicken Snackers are ready. Now there definitely weren't a lot of blowouts like I get whenever I make pizza bites, but they were definitely nice and crispy on the outside. So we shanked one like a prison snitch, and into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. And like I said, they were nice and crispy on the outside, but pretty flavorless initially, and the crust left a whole lot to be desired. Although it was nice and crispy, it tasted doughy, and not really that good at all. Kinda cardboardish, but then after a few seconds, a little bit of spiciness showed up late to the game. And to give you an idea of the amount of filling inside the Snackers, Mrs. Wolfpit squeezed one like a baby gerbil, and very little innards came squirting out, unlike when you squeeze a baby gerbil. We tried the gerbil dropping size amount of filling, and thankfully, it tasted better than gerbil droppings. But I'm not going to be too hard on the Eat Buffalo style chicken Snackers, but to be honest, they weren't that great. But for $1, they would be a satisfying snack. So I'm going to give the Eat Buffalo style chicken Snackers a 5 out of 10. After microwaving for a total of 6 minutes, our Eat side dish mashed potatoes and gravy were ready to enjoy. So here's what they looked like before we mixed everything together. And although they don't look very appealing, it kind of looks like what you would expect from frozen mashed potatoes and gravy. We started mixing the mashed potatoes and gravy together and then decided to try the mashed potatoes on their own. I'm not sure why we didn't try the gravy on its own. I took a whiff of the mashed potatoes before sending them down the old gullet, and I was horrified they smelled like toothpaste. I'm not kidding. Definitely not what you would expect or want your mashed potatoes to smell like. But to my relief, they were creamy and tasted pretty good. As Mrs. Wolfpit mixed the mashed potatoes and gravy together, I said, "This will be enough mashed potatoes for 2 people." She kind of chuckled and replied, "Yeah, if you're on a diet." Obviously, we see who's the bigger eater in the house. But in her defense, she likes mashed potatoes a whole lot more than I do. Now, once everything was mixed together, to me, they looked disgusting. Kind of like dirty wallpaper paste. But looks were deceiving, because they ended up being decent mashed potatoes and gravy. Mrs. Wolfpit and I both agreed they were better without the gravy, but good either way, and they were definitely better than most mashed potatoes and gravy in frozen dinners. Now, even though you can get really good instant Idahoan mashed potatoes for $1, these are still a decent go-to for ready-to-eat mashed potatoes and gravy, which is why I'm giving Eat side dishes, mashed potatoes and gravy, a better than average score of 6 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you soon.